Welcome to Vallecito's volunteer training. We welcome you to our school. You are watching this video because you are interested in volunteering, especially in the classroom. This is our staff room. We are showing you this because we want you to see where the copy machine is. Sometimes your teacher will ask you to come make copies. If you're not sure of the code, please see Miss Kitty. Or if the machine breaks down, please see Miss Kitty or Miss Patty. Thank you. Here are the restrooms that we prefer our adults to use. Please, if at all possible, do not use the restrooms with the students. They just don't expect you to be in there, and we don't want to scare them. Thank you. And here is our staff room. And sometimes a teacher will ask you to please put some correspondence into a teacher's or aide's box. Here are all their names and boxes. This is also in the staff room. Here is our school map. This one is not completely updated, but you get a sense of where things are. Safety first. Each classroom is equipped with an emergency backpack with supplies. An emergency clipboard has evacuation routes and labels and student names to help in a true emergency. The place that we evacuate to during an emergency are the numbers out here on the back blacktop. The students and teachers practice these drills often. Your role as a parent, if you are in the classroom during an emergency, is to help locate these items and help escort students out to a safe place. We have two things that we want to tell you about here. Sometimes we have to do lice checks. These students are waiting in line for a lice check. So sometimes that will be happening. We always use rubber gloves when checking students' hair. We also have our volunteer permission slips that you need to know about for using cars while driving. We do not need to use these forms very often as we try to do most of our field trips through buses. These forms, however, are due up to 2 weeks before the field trip so that we may process them and get them approved ahead of time. Getting off to a good start. So if you're working in the classroom with students, it is important to get some guidance from your teacher. She will have tips for working with one student. She will have tips for you if you are assigned to work with one student on a regular basis. She will also have tips for working with small groups. It is good to get a sense from the teacher about how she would like you to keep students focused, and please check in with her about discipline and rewards. Please ask for some Golden Eagle tickets. They go a long way to encouraging best behavior and good effort. Please note that for all our policies, bloodborne pathogens, anything with blood or saliva needs to be touched or cleaned up with gloves. Please have your TB test on file with Kitty in order to be a volunteer in the classroom. We ask that you do not volunteer in the classroom with a sibling in tow. Please remain quiet in the hallways. Please keep your cell phone off. And please remember that we are a healthy celebration school, so we promote good, healthy eating at all of our celebrations with food. Each classroom is allowed to have up to 3 celebrations a year with food, and we do not allow any treats or gifts during birthdays. Key roles. Our HSC, or Home and School Club, is made up of grade level representatives and room parents. The grade level representatives usually attend the Home and School Club meetings and provide correspondence to all of the parents in their grade level. Within each classroom, there are room parents. The room parents' role is to do whatever the teacher might need, whether it's coordinating volunteers for field trips or helping with volunteers in the classroom. Sometimes they meet with the teacher. We have a little teacher questionnaire you can ask, and they might help. You sometimes often coordinate, if you wish, group gifts, parties, events, etc. Just to mention, we are a recycling sorting school. We are very proud of our green efforts. We have a weekly green team. It's half of one class, starting with 5th grades. We go all the way down to 1st grades throughout the year. Their role is to stand at the stations and help make sure that students know and remember to sort their lunch items appropriately. They do this 1 week out of the year. We also have Friday recycling, where students, parents, and families bring in aluminum can and plastic beverage containers with the CRV on them, and that helps promote good green efforts as well as bring in some money for our scholarship fund. We also have the green team, which is the 2nd and 3rd grade leadership team that focuses on green efforts. These are our recycling areas where we have recycling stations. Please remember that when you're volunteering, you are there for the children and the teachers. Please don't use the time to socialize with other parents in the classroom or the hallways during school hours. Also, put your cell phone on vibrate. Calls and texts should be answered away from the classroom and hallways. And lastly, the most important thing to remember is confidentially. All information concerns about students may be shared with the teacher and or principal, but confidential information stays at school. You might hear things that you didn't expect to hear from a student when you're working with them one-on-one or in a small group. Please, if you're unsure about what to do with that information, please see the teacher. Thank you. And finally, our deep thanks. Without you, our jobs would be so much more difficult. We are the village that is raising our children together. I also have a volunteer handbook that I will be posting on the website that would also be great if you wanted to take a look at that. It has some more tips and ideas that were not included in this presentation. Thank you for watching.